How it's possible that Germans are so efficient at work?
Hannah, it's 6 p.m. Time to stop working.
I just have to finish a few things off.
No, you can do it tomorrow. Let's go home.
Oh, she's a workaholic. But the friend doesn't give a damn. She wants drink some beers, go out,
Did you ever
chill.
stop to think that maybe the reason why Germans are so famous for their work ethic and efficiency is because they actually respect their working hours and therefore their free time? In my opinion, German working culture is actually pretty great. Let me explain why.
Okay. If they respect their working hours, they probably love their work. Or you want to tell me that if you don't want to love your work, you still respect your working hours? I doubt.
Good salaries and flexible working hours are super important to Germans. Salaries in Germany are typically higher than they are in the UK or other European countries, especially when it comes to public sector jobs like teaching, although this does of course depend on the sector that you're working in. But talking about salary is still a difficult issue here, although there are hopes that this will change with a pay transparency law.
German bureaucracy is notorious, and the amount of paper used is astronomical. The Germans print everything. It's no wonder digitalization is just limping along here.
The average German works for almost 40 years, which is considerably higher than the European average. The typical working day is 9 to 6 or 8 to 5.
The
9 to
minimum amount of
6?
holiday is 20 days a year, but most people
Oh.
get even more than 30. Your
That's not a lot. 20 days a year, it's not a lot. Yeah, that's pretty sad, I would say. I wouldn't work in a place where they give 20 days. Anyways, just to ask a quick question, yeah. What is the retirement age in Germany? Because in Latvia, for men, it's like 67. For women, it's like 65 nowadays.
fully expected to take all those days, so you don't need to feel guilty or stressed about taking holiday.
The same goes for sick days. Achoo! You don't need to feel guilty about taking a day off work due to sickness, and nobody's going to ask you any questions. You can normally have 3 days off before you need a doctor's note, and sick days are usually paid.
Yes,
One
we
thing
have
office
also.
workers argue about
We have the same. Sick days are paid, but I don't know what about how many days you need before opening a sick list. Depends of the company, probably here in Riga.
most often is whether to open or close the window. Germans
yeah.
love fresh air at work.
Okay, we need to talk about the gender pay gap. Women earn, on average, per hour, almost a fifth less than men.
Oh,
Compared to the
wow.
rest of Europe, Germany has one of the highest gender pay gaps. This is for multiple reasons. Women are often more likely to work in part-time jobs, work in lower paid jobs, or negotiate less money. A women's quota was introduced in 2016 so that at least 30% of newly appointed board positions in listed companies need to be women. What's it like in your country?
I can tell you what's in my country. In my country, there's zero pay gap. Everybody gets paid the same, basically, almost like, I mean, women and men gets paid the same. You know, of course, if there's an older woman and younger man in a company, then the younger men will get paid like probably more if they come after. But this depends of the company. But we have very same average of the pays here in Latvia, and this is very surprising for me, by the way. no, and I see how woman in comment section now goes, oh, you are a feminist or some, no, not a feminist, like a woman hater, you know. no, yeah, like whatever. If you decide to hate me, but do it beautiful, please, okay?
Germany is actually one of the countries in Europe where people work the least, probably because they actually stick to their working hours. But the desire for a better balance between gainful employment on the one hand and private life on the other is definitely growing, and surveys show that more and more people are feeling overwhelmed with their workload.
The Berlin Social Science Center is researching the issue. And what is the younger generation's attitude toward work? Is Gen Z really that work shy? Work researcher Lena Hipp can tell us.
I wouldn't say they are lazy. I think they have somewhat different priorities. They don't put paid work, employment above all else in the world. And I think this can also have really beneficial elements. You know, if you think about democracy, you know, people need to engage. You know, you also have to have time for raising kids, for taking care of elderly people. So I think there's also positive aspects of this. And, you know, just because you don't want to work 40 hours plus does not mean that you are a lazy person.
How has work
Well, working 40 hours plus a week, it means that you wanna live. Okay, this is the life, yeah, and we wanna live it. We wanna try it out. We wanna like work. There's like this term work-life balance, and for normal people, also me, I love this word because there's nothing better, you know, to work your hours and go home and do your stuff and take care of yourself, take care of your kids, take care of your home. This takes a lot of energy, but you know, some working employees, they forget about it, and it's bad.
culture in Germany actually developed over the last few years?
Twice as many people work from home nowadays as they did in the time before the pandemic. And of course, this changes, you know, how people interact at the workplace, how they organize meetings. Overall, the labor market is doing pretty well. It's easy for employees to find a new job. Employers are looking for new personnel. They are really having sometimes a hard time finding adequate employees. And organizations try to fill this by attracting women, in particular mothers, to join the labor force. They also seek to attract workers from other countries to fill these open positions.
But the labour shortage in Germany is nothing new. As a consequence of World War II, male workers in particular were in short supply.
Ah, yes.
This is why Germany invited guest workers to come from other countries. Many Italians, Turks and Greeks
Makes perfect sense. After World War II, Germany lost a lot of men. A lot of men.
came to Germany in the late 1950s and into the 60s and stayed. Now, their children and grandchildren are living here and shaping German culture.
All right, now you're all clued up on German working culture. Here's some vocab you need to know.
Okay, let's go.
Feierabend.
Feierband.
This directly
Abend.
translates to celebratory evening, but it actually just means the end of the working day. Gehaltswunsch. This is your
Oh, I had to read it first.
salary request,
Okay, sorry.
which is typically mandatory on job applications.
Okay, let's go. Wait. No. Gleitzeit for sure. Gleitzeit.
Gleitzeit.
Oh, I was
Fleißzeit.
close. I was
This means
close.
you have a fixed number of hours, but you can choose more or less when you want to take them.
Oh, wait, girl. Unbesacheltes Wait, let's give it another try. Unbesacheltes Praktikum. Man, this is hard. This is hard.
Unbezahltes Praktikum. This is an unpaid
Unbezahltes
internship,
Praktikum.
which is generally illegal in Germany unless you're a working student or if it's for longer than 3 months. Otherwise, it's a requirement to be paid minimum wage at 12 euros an hour.
That's good. Minimum wage 12 euros an hour. Wow. In Latvia, we have minimum wage of what? 8 euros and 80 cents, something like that. And yeah, if you get a job, let's say that pays more, that's freaking awesome, you know. But overall, yeah, the pays are low. You have to work a lot here to have a good living, you know.
That's all we've got time for. It's 6 p.m., which means it's Feierabend, which often comes hand in hand with a Feierabend beer. Personally, it took me some time to assimilate into the working culture here, but now I really appreciate the work-life balance. What's it like in your country? Let us know in the comments.
Okay, I don't even know. Wait.
I'm not going to make it in today. Overtime is rarely paid. And I've forgotten what the last line is.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, so overtime. Yeah, let's talk about overtime. Here in Latvia, basically there is a law that if you work overtime, you need some kind of doctors issued a paper that everything with you is okay, you're not a drug addict, because so many people are using drugs and performance enhancing drugs that help them to work through crazy hours. And by crazy hours, I mean 240, 300 hours per month. You know, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's almost twice. The situation in Latvia, if you work in warehouses, let's say all places related to shops and company is old, there's a big chance that nothing is developing there, and they are exploiting people, just paying them minimal and expecting them to work like crazy hours. But if the company is developing, then the working circumstances are much better. But overall, the picture isn't super satisfying in Latvia, by my opinion, because prices are rising and the wages are rising very slow. Yes, this is the working situation in Latvia, unfortunately. Let me know your story in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Also, yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell for notification, become a member of this channel, maybe. And see you next reaction videos. Bye.